Hello everyone. How's it going? Some more TT Tuesday or first day tips. I guess that's how I'm gonna name it for now. Okay. Now it's mostly again a couple of notes. Been doing a couple of things recently, so it kind of helped me out. So I might as well just share them, get some opinions, and seeing if I can help anyone else at the same time. So the blunt gist of it is letting loose, warm ups. Personally, me for a while, it took me at least an hour or two to warm up. And what I mean by warming up, I mean doing the stuff like gesture drawings or just really quick drawings, and just getting it all down. I'm having a bit of a tough time pulling it off digitally, but this is where I'm gonna need to learn how to make it all work. Now, when I mean warm up, it can mean multiple things. Um, as long as it's really fast, okay? And meaning when you're doing your gesture, you don't really think. You just want to try to get a pose down and then see where that goes. And this is why I was supposed to release these videos about shut up and train, yet I'm dilly-dallying on the animation, as you all know, and seeing that I'm gonna format soon and boot everything up on Windows 10, then I may or may not have time to finish the animation and then post these videos. We'll see, okay? But editing at this point is not really a thing. But gesture is a method of warming up because you're basically just setting up a pose, seeing how fast you can pull it off, and just letting your hand go, okay? The main message should be letting loose, getting to see, try out various poses, try out, just go with the flow, okay? And you're gonna understand what I mean, or you're gonna understand what's the point in that. You're not simply just doing random shapes, but you're attempting to get poses. That's one objective, yet there's a hidden objective behind that. When you do your warm ups, okay, you do them without anything to distract you. So no movies, no YouTube videos, maybe music, but it's if it's lyrical, it might just mess around with your brain in a sense. Yet maybe not. It all depends on people. So you want to make sure you're at this space where you can let your mind drift off. And that's very important because at one point, and something I may not be able to show in this specific video, that's why the shut up and train happened, or should happen, is that at one point you will stop thinking analytically. You will stop, how do you say, you will stop overly breaking down certain things. You'll just get in tune with most to all of the techniques that you've learned, and you'll just go for broke on that point. And it is very, very important because at that point you can notice that, how do I say, everything kind of flows better, everything kind of flows smoother. And that's because, well, partially because the right side of your brain is taking over. And I guess I'm going to make another, maybe a bit more of an extended video on this whole right and left side of the brain because it does have a part to play, yet nothing to obsess too much about it. Yet when you do your warm-ups, when you draw really quickly, when you do a gesture, gesture drawing, like 1 minute gesture drawing, or maybe even less, depending on how crazy you want to go. And you keep drilling that, maybe for an hour, maybe for more than an hour, okay? Or it could even be 30 minutes. It all depends on you. For me, recently I found out that, hey, maybe I need to take more than an hour or two to get into that zone, okay? But after a while, maybe it's going to come in quicker. Again, I'm coming from a very bad place when it comes to learning, and I'm not talking about the school, I'm talking about learning methods. And my brain tends to be way too analytical in a sense, which isn't bad for a certain degree, but I do get a fallback on that regards, where sometimes I will try to, I'll try to get the willy-nilly breakdown straight away. I'll try to get things, again, trying to get things perfectly on the first shot and just not letting the hand go. And it's something that it takes practice. You'll just let loose and see how many poses you can do in, let's say, an hour, or how many poses you can decode in a short amount of time, or how fast can you decode a specific pose. And when I mean decode, I mean you sketching, doing the gesture, basically tackling on its basic shape but getting the motion in there. There's fine sites for that, and I think I already dropped some on the Facebook page, but maybe if I didn't, I'm going to do it again. And those sites are going to be featured on the Shut Up and Train. Yet, that's why you can't really talk and draw at the same time. It is very, very difficult to try and get two things, or to do two things at the same time. And when it comes to drawing, the more I look at it, the more I see that I kind of need to use these warm-up phases to get into the zone where I can just let loose and let it go. Okay, now for a better analogy, it's like, okay, you guys play fighting games, or if some of you play fighting games or third-person action games, okay, when you're doing your warm-ups, that's kind of like, it's not necessarily you doing practice, but it's you figuring out your zoning, figuring out your pokes, figuring out how far, you're working on your control at the same time as you're just letting loose. So, and again, watching some Maximilian fights, Maximilian dude on YouTube, Epic channel, at one point he just told himself, okay, well, I might as well just let loose with some of my Street Fighter Third Strike type of fighting. And at that point, the gameplay, or his gameplay, became less focused on, let's say, doing this move after this move and blah blah blah, and he just came out busting out moves out of reaction. And this similar thing happens with drawing, where right now with this digital tool, I'm figuring out, okay, well, how's my zoning, how's my pencil range, how's my pokes. What if I add a couple of dents here and there in this method of using the brush? What am I getting out of this? And most probably, after doing this with a pencil, I'm going to do it with the oil brush just to get a grasp. And all that to, again, be able to let it loose easier, to have an easier time to let it loose, or to let loose, and just let my brain act and do movements without constantly referring back to things with their terms, like the arm is going this way, the arm is moving that way, or having this brain process of going, okay, well, first I'm going to sketch, and then I'm going to do lines, and then I'm going to ink. You toss all that away because your brain's just, I'm drawing. I want to add this detail because it looks nice. Why does it look nice? Because I've seen it before. And I guess this is the type of stuff I'll put into the right and left side of the brain type of video, because this is a very interesting topic. There's a cool book, okay, Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain. Read it 8 to 10 years ago. I might pick up another version just to do some of the exercises again and to understand it a bit more. And I guess I'd recommend it. Drawing on the Right Side of This Brain by Sarah Simblett. It's a very fascinating book about the two aspects of your brain and how they, separate uses when it comes to drawing. And you don't have to make it rocket science. I guess that's been one of my main issue, making drawing kind of like rocket science, being a bit too procedural with the drawing aspect, instead of just going with the flow at times. Like there's I guess it's the theme I got in my whole life, the quest for balance. And, well, there you go. This kind of explains the balance between the right and left side of the brain, and I'll see if I can make a quick video about that later on, soon enough. All right, but yes, take your time to, or take some time to do your loose sketching practice. Make sure that you have music. Don't put videos. Videos are not recommended because you will constantly refer back and forth to the videos, and there are some words that will get your attention or reaction in the videos that will get your attention from time to time. So no video. Don't Please don't get distracted. This is your 1 hour to let loose, learn your zoning, learn your combination, learn your range, and then just go for, let your brain go wild. And don't be scared to just go outside and do gestures of people just walking by at high speed. Just get your brain into that mode. Well, maybe outside is not the best because you never know. Some bystanders could just go, "Oh, you're drawing on paper," and just completely kick you off that zone. But you know what I mean, right? There's books. You can also use book references to do your studies, but there's website for poses, or just, hey, get to live drawing session. $10, 15, depending on the place. So try it out. Just let loose, okay? Don't be stuck in analytical thinking. Take some time to let loose, and you'll see it. It does make a difference. It does play into a different aspect of artwork. But hey, I'll see if I can get into that video later on. Right now, you see I'm having a hard time. Remember, drawing and talking, not the best thing, okay? So when you're drawing, don't watch videos, don't make a Skype call, just stick to your drawing and let your brain explode. Or let your brain go loose, okay? Hell, you can even try to go into your environments. As I said, explore your environments, maybe to your loose sketch, add a miniature environment, like right there. Do a very hands-on perspective grid. Add some stuff next to it. Like, just let loose, go crazy. Don't take it too seriously, but at the same time, just try to get your poses down, try to get a scene set up. Don't restrain yourself with timing. You can go from 60 seconds, 30 seconds, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I have no idea what I'm setting up here, but it's a wall. Usually you'd say that internally. Now I kind of have to verify it with my viewers. But yeah. And hey guys, I'll see what I can do about putting up the shut up and train type of videos. I've got a couple of them recorded when it comes to gesture practice, and the only thing that's left is editing. Those were like 30-minute gesture blitz, not, well, 30-minute, 30 seconds. So for 30-minute, every 30 second I would change a pose and just stop thinking, shut up, draw, just draw. Pose is done, draw, keep drawing. And I would get more this is kind of how I got these lines when it comes to the virtual or digital pencil. I guess I might as well do this exercise with different medium when it comes to digital. Traditional, always have the local sessions, so that's a whole different thing. But again, put yourself in a state where you're going to stop being so picky, stop being so analytical, and just draw. And you'll see. It does make a difference because you'll try to get into that zone with your real quote-unquote work, with your commission work, with your own practice, with your own project. And frankly, it may be, it may be simple for some, but it may be very difficult for others. We're not all the same. So some people pretty sure are looking at this video and saying, I've been doing that since I was 5. And well, that's good for you, but not everyone is able to pull it off, or not everyone is able to get that same kind of awareness in a sense. And hey, if it helps anyone, I'm glad. It surely helped to me, so I'm already glad. But if it helps everyone else, I'm even more glad. I'm not gladder nor glados. So hey, that's about it for this video. I will see you guys soon enough with some more tidbits. Tuesday or Thursday. Pops on both days, so you guys choose, alright? And thanks again for the comments, the support. Hell, any tips helps as well. We're all here to learn, and learning is, I guess, collective. Knowledge is power. Mortal Kombat. Alright guys, I will see you all later. Remember, draw. and